Kuzampola children, and to all the parents who are watching this right now. Today I bring to you some of the art activities that I've been doing for myself, for self-healing, and also the ones that I use for children and when we work together. And I've seen over the years that children not only love, but they see an exceptional change in them. At times like this, I think we truly realize that it's so important to give our children much more than academics. They need mindfulness, they need love, they need togetherness to survive. So art activities truly bring that joy to their lives. So what we'll be doing today is something extremely special. I've done this activity many times with children, and they are usually, I don't give it out in the beginning. I don't say what we are doing, but because this is on video, I think it's important that I tell you. So what we will be doing is we will be making prayer flag. I'm sure you are all aware of the Bhutanese and the Buddhist prayer flags, and what makes it special is this is something I got inspired to do in Bhutan. And what makes it special is that when children or adults also, even adults can do it, when you paint and when you create it yourself, when you meditate on it, when you make wishes on it, and then when you hang it, it just makes it that much more special. And I truly believe that something moves, something shifts in your heart and even in the world outside. So let's get started. So what you need is very simple. Children, please remember that when you start, your space should be very clean. When you finish, your space should be very clean. You should pack all your colors, you should pack and keep your things really well. It's very important to respect all the things that we use. So what we will need is a very simple piece of paper. It could be any white paper actually. What I'm going to try to do through these videos is try to keep your material list very minimum. You don't need to really go out and buy everything. You look around the house, you'll find everything. So these are nothing but simple printout computer papers. So you can use them. What we needed today, I'm going to use my favorite. These are the watercolor tubes, but you can use, as you can see, I have crayons, I have some sketch pens. You can use absolutely any material that you want, any colors that you want. It's your choice. Then the simple things like scissor, we have the stapler, and we'll need a string. So again, I have not gone for something, looking for something. This is something I found in my studio space, and I'm using that. Whatever you see here is everything that was just around. So you can use any kind of string at all. First, what you need to do is, if it's the A4 size paper, it's very easy. You have to just fold it in four like this. And when you fold it and when you tear it, you will get these kind of equal size. What you need is exactly equal size of paper. So I have it all ready here, and let's start. First, I'm going to take just one paper. Okay, keep it here so that the table doesn't get spoiled. If you don't want to annoy your mom or maybe increase the work for her, you can just keep something down so you don't spoil your surface. And so you take your first paper. I have my brushes here. I'm going to use a bigger one. I have collection of brushes, but you can work with just one brush. You don't need anything more actually. First, I have my palette here. This is called a palette, and these are my tube colors. I'm just going to take out some red color here. Dip some in water. And it's nothing at all. It's very easy. I'm just going to paint it all red. I am just going to see how the thickness is, because it's watercolors, very smoothly. And parents, if you can leave your kids alone while doing this, if you can play some music for them, something soft, even better. And you should go really, really, really smooth and soft and gentle on the strokes. And when I do this in the class, I usually make children do this very slowly, and I tell them to have a wish in their heart, to have something in their heart while they're doing it. So here it is. If you want, again, if you want, you can make it a little darker. It's up to you. It's totally up to you. There are really no rules. One more thing with this is you can use crayons, you can use stickers, you can decorate it the way you want, but I will say try to keep it and stick to the color red. Yes. Okay, and now moving on. So we have our red ready. See, very simple, nothing much, and I'm going to leave it here to dry. Okay, and here I am with my next paper. So you can go, it's no rule what you start with. I felt like starting with red. I'll go with my favorite yellow. I love yellow, it's my favorite color. And okay, it's also very easy and a very beautiful color to work with, yellow. Okay, I should cover this actually. It's important to cover your colors well, to close the lids well. And you can use a cloth here. You need not use a tissue paper. It can be a cloth, a piece of rag that you use. And okay, so now I'm going to ensure, okay, there's still some red remaining, so I'm going to ensure all the red is out. Maybe I'm just going to change the brush so it's easier. Okay. So what we're going to do with the yellow, unlike the red, I'm going to start in the center. You know, like imagine a sun. Imagine strokes of sun. And as I'm going from the center, I'm going to feel the sun inside me. I'm going to feel this yellow inside me, and very slowly and gently, I'm going to start spreading this out. It's like my spark, my light, your spark, your light being spread out very beautifully, very gently. Okay, and there I have my yellow ready. There's something about yellow, and there's something that it does to me when I paint it. When you start painting more, when you start painting just single colors more, you will know what I mean. So I'm done with the yellow and I'm going to leave it here. Okay, moving on. I'm going to keep this away for now, folded, so I don't spread the colors too much. I have my next, and now I will go with green, another color I love because also I'm wearing it. The color of Tara, the color of healing. Okay, and there it is, my green ready. They look lovely. It's nothing, it's just colors, and yet there's something so special and pretty about them. And now the color blue. I believe many people love blue, and why not? It's the color of the seas, the color of the sky. Again, it has very calming effects on the body, but too much of blue is also melancholy. So you want to see how and how much you would like to wear and use, and use the blue, even in your room, in your life, in your clothes. It depends. Okay, and now for the blue. I'm going to ensure that I don't make the blue very dense. Very dense blue is probably a little bit more melancholy. So I am going to try and keep it a little bit soft, a little smooth. Imagine it's like water. It's pretty. Okay, we're just going to wait for probably 5 minutes to let the colors dry. Meanwhile, I would like to tell you a few things, that there is no rule to this painting or to this art. You don't have to be an artist to do this. Children who are below the age of 5, who haven't used paints, parents feel free to give them the brush, or if not the brush, their fingers. Let them use their hands, let them use crayons, let them use pencil colors, it doesn't matter. Whatever art activities I do, they're all inspired here in Bhutan from the nature. Some are modified after coming here because the inspiration is all here. and that's what makes Bhutan special and the art activities here special. Okay, so looks like they're dry. The beauty of using watercolors is that it dries up really fast. That also makes it difficult to use. So we have red, yellow, green and blue, and then we have white. And for white, I'm going to leave it as it is. I'm not going to paint it white. But as I said, children, if you want, you can put some stickers, you can put some, silver lining. It's on you how you want to do it. What makes this special and different also is that not only you have painted this from your heart, as I have suggested earlier in the video, that play some, parents especially, if you can play some really gentle music, some chants, when you or your children are painting it, it would really bring out a very beautiful outcome. At the same time, children are inhaling, breathing these colors, and gently the colors have an impact on them. And now what makes it even more special and why I use it like therapy is each of these colors, if we have to see from the Buddhist prayer flag point of view, these 5, they represent the 5 elements. So the blue here is the sky, the white is the air, the red is fire, green is water, and yellow is earth. So keeping that element quality in mind also, and using some of the Western symbolism, color symbolism, I make children write something on each of these papers before we turn it into prayer flags. So first I'm going to use red. This prayer flag right now, I would like to specially dedicate it to the tough times that we are going through, to this disease, coronavirus, the COVID-19, and I truly believe that all of this has come in our life to teach us a lesson, and we must fight it fiercely, strongly, at the same time with a lot of compassion. So for red, red is also the color of the sacral chakra, which is the root chakra. So I'm just going to write something at the back here. I'm going to make a wish, and I don't want to share what that wish is, but it's definitely for this earth and for everybody. Because the color red has got to do with our survival, our instinct, and our roots on earth, my wish is something to do with that. I will now move to yellow. As I said, yellow is my favorite color. It gives me a lot of energy. Yellow is the color also of the solar plexus. It gives all our energy, our power, our fire inside us comes from this color, and we all need it at this point. So again, I'll write a wish for everyone who's watching, and for every person on this earth. Green, beautiful color, color of the Tara, color of Mother Earth, color of healing, also color of compassion is the heart chakra. And I think what we need the most right now is to be compassionate towards each other, for people who are suffering from it, for all the countries that are going through it, and every person. I think it has impacted the world in one way or the other. So I'm going to say a little prayer for compassion for this one. I'm purposely writing it very, not too dark right now, because it's all about the intention. When you write, you're passing the intention, and what I'm trying to tell the children also who are watching and who will be doing this activity is pass the intention and it will all happen. And blue. Blue is the color of the throat chakra and color of communication, of expression. If you're not able to express yourself, this is the color for you. And so many people out there in these times, they may not be able to express themselves. They may not be able to express their fears. So I'm going to pray that everyone gets that energy, that power, and we remain fearless. And for white children, I would say it's purity. Just like the white dragon in the flag, it symbolizes unity, it symbolizes purity and loyalty. I would say this one, let's dedicate it to Bhutan and let's pray for Bhutan. I would spend a lot more time on each one, and especially when this activity happens in a class, when I'm doing it one-on-one with kids. I ensure they spend a lot of time on each one. So children, remember, no rush, take your time. What you put out there, your intention, your love, it's so important, because you all are the purest form of love. You all are the future of this country, future of the earth. You all are little warriors, and you can make anything happen. So now we will take this and actually turn it into our prayer flag. So I have taken this. I was trying to look for something else, but this is what came in my hand, so I said, why not go for this? We keep it very simple. What we will do is, the top of this, we just fold it. The written side should be down. The written side should be down. So we're just going to fold it a little bit from top. And each of it, we will try to keep it equal. The fold should be almost equal. You want to keep it equal so that your flag all looks the same size. So now it's very simple. What I'm going to do is, I have my ribbon here. Remember, you can also take a string. You can take any color. It need not be blue. It can be a jute string. It can be wool. It can be anything. I know a lot of your parents knit, so you can use some of the knitting wool. So you see, I've just put it at the back like this. It's very simple. You just tuck it at the back, and I'm gonna just simply staple it. And let's see. There it is, my prayer flag, and my wishes, my prayers, my love, everything is in this. And of course, right now we're not very safe, especially for children to go out. So you can just make a wish, say a little prayer for yourself, for the earth, for Bhutan, for all our neighboring countries, and hang it somewhere in your room for now. And when things get better, you can always take a walk out and maybe go to Buddha Point and hang it on the tree. That would be lovely, wouldn't it be? So I would say, everyone who's watching this, not just children, even adults, take some time out while you have a lot of time right now. Don't think this is only for children, this is for all of us. All of us and the inner child requires some healing. So with that, for now I would say bye, and I'll be coming very soon with a new art activity. And remember, all of these activities are a therapy, they're for healing. Kadin Shela.